Howdy everyone, this is Tricia and welcome to my channel. Today I'm just doing a little bit of a vlog. This is just what's going on right now. Talk to you a little bit. I had a little bit of a busy morning. My mom and I went to go run some errands. Part of it was Walgreens. She had to get some items from there. And then I went to go pick up some prescriptions for myself. And I found out that they were actually supposed to be ready tomorrow, but one of them was ready today, so I got that. Tomorrow I have to go. My husband and I are both going for some eye exams. We went to get our eyes checked for new glasses, to get new prescriptions a couple of weeks ago, so this is one of my new pairs. I got another two indoors that I got. I really like them. They're progressive lenses, but I am noticing something about them that the progression is not that great on these lenses. Maybe it's just because, you know, the site that I got them from. I usually order my glasses from Zenni Optical, and I get nice, you know, pretty good pair of eyeglasses. These are from, it's called well, I know I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I'm just gonna say Muukal. It's M-U-U-K-A-L. And they had this deal. Oh, my cats. Anyway, so I went ahead and went for the deal to get these 3 pair of glasses. And I thought, well, let me try them out because the price was pretty good. I'm not even gonna say what it was because I'm not sponsored by them, and I'm not necessarily endorsing them because the glasses are okay. But like I say, the lens, I'm not sure. Maybe because it's a new prescription and I just started wearing them all day today. I tried them out yesterday for a little bit, but then I went back to my older glasses. So I said, well, today I'm going to start off wearing them. But you know, usually with my progressive lenses, you know, I see distance, you know, just looking regular around. And then at the bottom is the reading portion. But in between, it progresses slowly, so you don't have like a blur. And you know what? I was feeling like I did, but now that I'm outdoors, and they weren't really bothering me earlier in the day, which is kind of in the middle when I was on my laptop. Maybe that's the problem. So yeah, because they did ask if I wanted, you know, computer glasses, but I've gotten those before, and they're so annoying because you put them on and everything, but then you got to talk to somebody, or you got to do something. Oh, these glasses, you know, they're bothering. So you take them off, and you put your other regular glasses on, and it's just too much about switching. So I said, no, I don't want that. But anyway, yeah, these particular lenses don't. But like I said, now that I'm out here, it's starting to look okay. There is a tiny little bit of, I kind of see it. There's a little bit of a blur line. Now there was a choice to pick another lens that was a little more, that would still fall under the special. I should have gotten it. That was a little bit less, like more. It said it was a wider perspective or something, so that it was a better transition or something. I don't know why I'm even bothering telling you this, guys. But now that I'm sitting here, maybe it just was, like I said, just because I was looking at videos on the laptop. And you know what, I was going to come out and do my videos as soon as I got home, or this video, not videos, but then I had to charge up the battery on my camera, and I had my phone, but I don't always have luck getting my videos from my phone onto my laptop. So I said, you know what, I'm not going to do that. Let's just go ahead and wait for the camera, an hour for the battery to charge. Lo and behold, 3 hours later, here I am. Hi, kitty. How you doing? You want to come up here? You want to say hi to everybody? I got 2 little kittens running around, and here's my dog. One of them. I got both dogs out here, plus my mom's dog. Oh, you guys. I don't know if I should tell the long story. It's a really long story about the dogs, my mom's dogs. So I'll go ahead and just quickly tell, and maybe you want me to go into more detail. I don't know why anybody would want more detail, but if I want more detail, I'll do another video. But we had three of her dogs here. We brought them over with the only 3 dogs she had. One of them had gone out, and we could never find her. I thought she had a chip in her neck. So when I called the Humane Society, and I said, has anybody turned it in? She should have a chip in her neck, and here's my mother's information and all that stuff. And they said, no, we're not even taking any more you know, animals at the time. You know, they were going through a transition, so they weren't doing that. I don't know if they do that, if they're doing it now. But anyway, at the time they weren't. But anyway, they said they would keep the information and let me know whatever. So then I also put it in some neighborhood thing, and I happened to have a video when I was doing it with the dogs. So I got a screenshot of the dog because I didn't have a picture of her. So I had a screenshot of her, and I put it in the neighborhood watch. And there was several responses, but neither of the two. There was 2 responses. Neither of the pictures of the dogs that they were showing me were. I'm trying to remember her name, you guys. I'm so sorry. Chispita. She was originally my grandmother's dog, and I'm actually the one who named her. Chispita means like spark or sprinkle. And the reason that that was the name that was chosen is we were in San Antonio, and my father actually bought this for my grandmother. That is his mother-in-law, but he, you know, they're very close. So he bought her a dog because she wanted a little dog of her own, and you know, she would have her own little pet to take care of, and they already had pets inside the house, so they were okay with that. Okay, so he got her this little dog, and we were on the way back from San Antonio, and it was starting to sprinkle, and my grandmother was trying to decide of a name, and they were going through all these names, and I go, oh, you should name her Chispas, because look, it's raining right now, the chispas are falling, you know, the sprinkles are falling. And she goes, oh, I like that. She goes, oh, Chispita, she thought. So that was her name. So yeah, she got out of the yard here, and there's a little bit of a longer story. I think what possibly may have happened, but anyway, there had been several incidents where they had gotten out, and I brought them all back in, and I found them, and they came back. But I would always tell my mom, if they get out, I ain't running after them. I can't run after them. I would get very upset about the situation. But I did go looking for her. We went and asked people. We did everything, and to this day, nothing. So hopefully somebody took her in and is taking care of her. So we had down to 2 dogs, and we have Chilina, which is a dog that my parents ended up with because somebody else, I don't know what the actual story is. It changes. But they ended up inheriting that dog from somebody that was only going to leave it with them for a while and never came back for it. So they have that dog. And then the other one is Chicharo, which is another. They're all Chihuahuas, by the way. And I think I've shown them before. But if you're not familiar with anything, you're new to my channel, there was Chihuahuas. And Chicharo was a little male dog that my dad had originally purchased. He had purchased all those dogs except for that Chilina, she's here right now. But Chicharo, the male dog, he was about 17, maybe 18 years old at the most. My mom couldn't remember. And all this time I thought they had chips, and they didn't. And I thought, Mom, I thought you said that they had chips. She said, no, I never said that. And I said, okay, well, they're going to be doing chipping, you know, so I'm going to take them. So I took both the 2 dogs that were still here to get chips put in them. And I started noticing that Chichero was not walking very well. I figured he probably has arthritis because of the way he's walking, you know, getting very slow at standing up and things like that. I'm trying to make this short, but it's getting long. Anyhow, he was at the point where he couldn't do anything for himself. I had to hold him up for everything. I had to clean him up because he would, you know, dirty himself where he was. He was laying in stuff at it, you know, overnight, and I'd come out early in the morning to check on him, and right away I had to clean him. I had to clean everything around him, and it was getting kind of sad. So I called the vet because I said I need to have my dog checked out, but I I feel like he might have to be put down because he can't even eat. He doesn't drink water. Well, long story short, he had to be put down. The minute that we walked in with the vet, they knew just by looking at him that, you know, not only was he suffering, but he was not going to have a quality life if I tried to keep him, you know, alive. So we did have to put him to rest. So he's gone. So now we still have Chilina, and it's interesting because Chilina is being such a happy dog. She's all by herself with these cats out here. There's another thing about Chichiro that I gotta tell you, but I want to keep it for another video. This will be too long. She's super happy. She's jumping around, happy, and she's also like about 16 years old. And as soon as she sees us, well, she doesn't come out right now because she just got fed a while ago. And then she's got a little dog house in the corner over there. It's nice over there. Oh, the cats, the mama cat with her 2 kids were going over there, laying under the dog's house, and I was afraid that they were going to start maybe going into the dog house and maybe kicking the dog out, because she's just like, okay, I'll get out of your way, you know. So I bought a little house for the cats, and they kind of were interested in it, but nah, they're not really into it. They're out here, but it's still there in case, you know, whatever. So yeah, that's the story of the dog. So we only have Chelina, and I have Fergie, and I have Freya. Fergie, come here. I had shown you Fergie in a video. She was a little puppy, little tiny puppy at the time when we got her. Our son got her for us. Okay, a little transition there because I had to cut and turn on the camera again. Come here, Fergie. Come here. Up. Can you come up? Let me see if I can get her. Oh, she's huge. She's a big dog now. Let me see if I can turn this around. Fergie, come here. Well, that was a little bit of her. She's very playful. She's still, you know, she's not even a year old. She's still a puppy, and everything's play. Everything's play for her. Right? Let me fix the camera a little bit more here. Oh, well, I don't have a tripod out here. I have it on a pot. Oh, you guys, when I got home, okay, so that's what's out here. That's the animals that are out here. And the little kittens, they decided to just go somewhere in the shade. They're like, okay, she doesn't have any food. Let's go away. They come out, they see me, and they meow, 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 the mama cat, and then they come around. They're meowing too. But they get fed, and then that's it. But that was earlier when I fed them, and I just gave them a little bit. I gave them like a little bit of a meal in the middle of the day, and I gave them some water. But they actually get fed again at 5:30 in the evening. Come on, up. Good girl. Yeah. Say hi to everybody, Fergie. Yeah. Yeah, you're a good dog. Yes, you are. You're nasty sometimes, but you're basically a good dog. Oh my God. She's just so much. And my Freya's right here, but she's getting older, and she doesn't jump up and down anymore. Hey, knock it off. Knock it off. Fergie's very jealous. She'll get right in between of Freya and me giving her any kind of love. She gets right in the middle like, nope, I'm getting it. You know, typical babies, siblings, girls fighting. Anyway, so what have I mentioned? Okay, so I want to talk about my little projects. When I got home, you guys, well, actually, before we left, early this morning, we walked out, and I'm over here opening the little gate. My mom's like, look, the pot is broken. And I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even notice that, right on my feet. Look, this pot is broken. And I don't know if it's the cats that did that, because I have noticed that they jump down from the fence that we have here. It's a little trellis type of fence, little wood fence. And I have this little pot stand there, and I've got the little pots on it, but this pot was at the very bottom with this desert rose, and I have noticed that they jump on it because on the very top I had a succulent, and it's a little crushed where they're landing on it. So I'm thinking that they jumped again and then knocked over this pot and broke it, or another possibility, but I think my husband would have said something unless he didn't notice it. Yesterday late in the evening, almost not quite sundown, but almost, it was still, you know, you could still see, the people got here to mow our lawn. And they, you know, they come in here freely, and my husband arrived when they were still mowing. They were cleaning here. It was around, I don't know, 6:30, 7 o'clock, about that time. And he just went inside, had his dinner, and he relaxes. The only other thing that he goes out for is, you know, to take the dogs out to do their business, and then that's it for the, you know, till like maybe 10:30 in the evening, 11 o'clock. He lets them out one more time, or I do. And then that's it. Everybody has to go to sleep. But he didn't say anything, so I was thinking, well, maybe they knocked it over and they just didn't say anything. But I'm thinking it was more possibly the cats that did that, because I do know that the plant that's on top, because I find the little leaves, look, these little leaves here from the succulent everywhere. They break them off. Poor plant. Anyway, things are a little bit of a mess out here. Thankfully, the grass got cut, so it's not so bad. here on my patio, I had a little area there. There was dirt where I had planter there, and I had some pots there. I moved all of that out, and I actually put more stepping stones. I finished the patio floor all the way to the wall. I did it all by myself. There was about 4 rows that I did, and each row has about, how many? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 10 or 12. Yeah, 12. So that's like 48 stepping stones. Well, no, because there was a little area in the corner that was already done. So I don't know, about 40 or so. And what we're gonna do is, we have a hot tub that I purchased from Sam's, and I purchased this still kind of winterish time, but there was a good price. I said I'm gonna buy it because I want the hot tub. But all these months have gone by, and we still haven't set it up because we want to put it there, but we realize it's so big, it's going to take up so much space. So I decided that, you know what, I'm going to move all those pots and plants out of the way, and then I'm going to put all these stepping stones in there. I was going to hire somebody to do it. I never did, so I ended up doing it myself, and I was in a lot of pain afterwards, but I'm very proud that I did it. And then I fixed up the area, the rest of the area where there was still dirt and mulch, and I cleaned it out. My husband came in, eventually helped me. We took that all out. We put 2 planters there, some pots, and then we threw some little stones in there. It looks nice, but it has been raining a lot. So those 2 planters, all the rain water in them was so heavy that their legs sunk into the ground. You know, pushing even the weed barrier thing that we had in there. And before, when I had them where they were, I had bricks under the little feet to keep that from happening, but I don't know why we just didn't put them on there when we redid that. So they're both sunk in. One of them is sunk in like really bad. The other one is kind of lopsided, but we got to pull them out, but they're so hard to pull out, and I hate bothering my husband every time. Come on, let's do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and remind him this weekend, let's do this. So because I had some tomato plants in one, and I had mint in the other, those plants are already like dying off. They're no longer going to be, you know, viable. They're going to be, it's time to go. One of them still has 1 tomato, and I believe it's its last tomato because the rest of the plant is looking sad, dried up. So I'm thinking I'm just going to dig out some of the dirt out of it, put it in some other pots, which I happen to have, some big pots, so then it'll be light to pull it out. So we're going to fix that. Let me show you. Hold on. Okay, so here's the planters that are sunk in. You can see the dog has to get in the way. She has to be in the video. And there's the other one that's lopsided on one side. We're going to pull those out and see the plants in there. You know, it's just that 1 tomato plant, so I can sacrifice that. And this spearmint comes back up. It's no big deal. But I don't think we have to do too much with this one. But we have to slide some bricks under it so it doesn't happen again. And then I can put some little pots back in here. So right now, those pots are just kind of over here right now. But you can see here, this patio, somewhere around here, there's 4 rows is what I did, but there was let's see, there was 2 rows that were already done when we originally did the work, my husband and I, but I added these 4 rows here. So this was all dirt that met up with here, and you know, I didn't do that great of a job, but good enough. But I do have a liner to put under the spa thing. Let's go over here. This is what I got. And then I've got this liner to put underneath it to protect the, you know, the material of the spots, an inflatable one. And then I got to get whatever I need to keep it, you know, clean and etc. That's what I got. There's the size. Got that from Sam's. I think I paid, it was like close to $400 for that. I got 2 more planters over here that I want to move out of here. They don't have anything in there right now. It's just full of stuff that I use for potting and such. Some pots underneath. Trash can nearby. Anyway. And here's the poor damaged plant. I'll be fixing it. This is what I had the camera on, you guys. Look at my little chickens, or what are these, hens and chicks? That's what they are. Doing pretty good. These are my desert roses. My desert roses are doing great. They had beautiful, beautiful flowers, all of them. Right now they're not blooming. I wish I had captured, I wish I had done a video at the time. They were all blooming. But you know, heat of the summer. Let's walk down this way. This is a new little sidewalk. I don't know if I've even shown anybody that. Had somebody do that. Look at more desert roses. That's the crown of, what is it, Joseph's crown? No, it's Jesus' crown. Sorry. And then we have another, I have lots of desert roses, you guys. Look at that right here. This is a plumeria right here. This one, is this it? Yeah, it's got the little yellow paint on it. This, I got it at the flea market, you guys. It was a little piece, and I went ahead and I think I paid $5 for it. And look at it. It's doing great. It's a big old stump now. It was just a little stick up to here where the yellow paint is. It was just a stick. And look, it split and made 2 branches. Doing great. And this desert rose, I also bought it. It was, I think I paid $3 for that. And I got 2 of them. That one and the one right here. And I put them in little pots, and they're branching out, and they're got their little, they're not blooming yet. Those haven't bloomed yet. Here's another one, nice and big. And then I ordered some from QVC, guys, and they flowered. They're supposed to be double petaled. Here's one of them. Okay, here's one of them. I've already planted it. They have flowered, but they didn't have, I'll show you in a minute. I'll tell you in a minute. Here's another one. Here's where the flowers are dried up and gone. Okay, so I paid $50 for each of these desert roses, and they were just a little stick. They didn't have anything. This is supposed to be a double petaled yellow, and this is a double petaled purple. The reason I remember is because I put the purple one in this blue, kind of mostly blue and white there to remember. And because this pot had way more yellow in it, this will remind me that that's the yellow. Well, they both came out white, not yellow. And I already have double petaled white. I have 2 of them. So I called QVC and I said, hey, and I even sent them the pictures of the flowers and the plant, you know, flowering. So they gave me my money back. So they're essentially free, but now I have 2, or now I have 4 double petaled white desert roses. And I didn't even realize it, but which one is it? I think it's this one right here. This one is a double petaled purple. So I already have that. But I don't have the yellow. The yellow was the initial one that I ordered first because I was like, oh my God, it's so pretty. It was yellow with a little peachy tone to it. And I said, I gotta get it, you know. And well, I'm sad that that's not what it was. But at least I got my money back. Gotta come out here, look, see? Gotta come out here and clean these bowls. I have bowls everywhere because the cats and then the other dog. And she's over here in her little spot over here. So we put this sun shield that's kind of dripping over because again, there were all that rain. But there's her little house and there's the cat house. I come in here, hose all this down daily. I didn't do it today. So I'm lying because I haven't done it today. I'll do it later. I'll come in here and hose this down, put fresh, well, she's got fresh water. Because I did put fresh water, but I didn't hose the rest of it because we went on errands and came back and I was going to do a video and then I sat down and blah, blah, blah. Time went by. Anyway, so I did come out and feed them and give them water, but I didn't hose down her area. I like to hose it down so it always feels cool and fresh here. And the fact that the cats like to hang out here. The little doggy, she comes straight over here. She's probably in there sleeping, so I don't want to talk too loud. Wake her up. Anyway, yeah, so that's where they sleep. They like it there. A little shady, cool breeze area. Let's go back to where I was. Well, I'm going a little long in this video talking about other things that I wasn't going to talk about. I hope you enjoyed that little walkthrough of some, wow, that's another plumeria that's doing great in a big pot. But if you want to, not plumeria, but, well, I do have a plumeria in a big pot over there. A desert rose that's so full and beautiful. But if you want to see more of the stuff that's going on in the garden, let me know. I'll do a video just about that. Give me time to fix it the way I wanted it originally to be. Okay, anyway, well, the way that I had it, and then the rains came, and, you know, I had to move stuff because some things, I didn't want them getting too much water, so, especially the desert roses, they don't need to be watered so much, so. I don't want them to rot. That's what would happen. I need to put this in a pot soon. But anyway, this is getting long, and I originally wanted to talk about what I'm up to, and well, that's part of what I'm up to, right? Yeah, okay. But what I'm up to is that the reason that I went to a store, the store to get some flowers, is because I want to do some more custom arrangements. I did a video, and I think I posted it last week, or maybe it was a week before. Custom, it was a little centerpiece that I did for a friend, and she loved it. She liked it a lot, for my friend Margie. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and continue that, and in a way bless somebody else with another arrangement. So I made myself a little list of the people that I'd like to ask if they'd like to receive the project that I made. Now it might not be an arrangement, it might be something that I put together, or maybe a meal or a dessert. So but right now I'm doing the floral stuff, because everybody wants, yes, give me something, I want that. And I've even gotten asked, well, do I have to pay for it, or how much do you want me to pay you, or what? And I'm like, no, this is absolutely free. It's going to be a gift for you. My excuse is the obvious, is that I don't want to have too many things accumulating. Before, what I would do is I would buy flowers and I would make an arrangement, do a video, then I take it apart and reuse the same flowers and make another arrangement, or I would make a wreath with it. And I was recycling the flowers over and over to the point where I feel like, oh my God, maybe everybody's sick of seeing that particular color. You know, even if it was a different arrangement, it was always the same flowers. So I said, okay, I'm gonna start giving them away. You know, get rid of some of my inventory is my big excuse. And the real reason why I'm actually giving things away is that I don't want to accumulate all these arrangements. I don't know where to put them. And I'm not selling, you guys. I am so lazy right now to be selling anything. I got too much stuff. Something happens every day, and I'm grateful for that because it keeps me busy. And like I told my mom today, because she says that she's too much for me. That, you know, she should go live in her house and get somebody to take care of her because I'm too much. And I go, no. Have I complained about you, Mom? And she says no. And I go, then why do you want to change that? And I go, if you truly want to go be in your own and you do that, I can't keep you. I'm not going to keep you a hostage in my house, but I want to take care of you. And if you don't want that, just say that, and that'll be okay. Everything will be fine. But she said, no, it's just because I feel like I'm too much for you. And I go, Mom, you. Oh my God, I'm going into another conversation about something else. But basically, I just told her, if it wasn't for her, I mean, I'd be doing my videos on time and everything, and of course, but I'd still have to go over there. So possibly I'm still worrying about her, and she's not in my house. I'm not looking at her, and I'm not going to move in over there. Well, my brother's there, so how many of us are going to be moving in, be living together? But anyway, at the end of the day, she said, no, you're right. You do take very good care of me. And I go, Mom, the day that I can't take care of you, if that should happen, I'll get somebody to help me. We'll get somebody to come and take care of you. But in the meantime, that gives me a reason to wake up and get up. And it gives me, even though I get hurt or I get tired or whatever, I don't tell her, all those things, whatever. I just tell her, today I'm not feeling so good. I'm going to rest a little bit. But, all these things got done already. Everything's taken care of. Okay, so I'm going to go sit down. I'm going to go rest. I'm going to take a nap. And she said, no, you go rest. Anyway, so long story short, we went to go get some flowers because I'm doing arrangements for other people, and everybody's excited. The 3 people that I've got on my list now to do something for, I've got another 2 people that I want to ask, but I don't want to get too far ahead because now we're going to get into like months from now. So you don't want to tell somebody you're going to make an arrangement and give it to them, and then they're waiting like, well, when is she going to give me this? Or what do they change their mind on the design? Or what do they want something for Christmas? So anyway, so I've got 3 people. And like I said, I did one already, a little arrangement. The next one's going to be for my niece. She wants a little centerpiece for her little dining table. We discussed what color. She said anything, but she did say she wanted something for the table, something small, country style. That would be nice. Nothing elegant, she said, or tropical. So anyway, I got the flowers for that, and then my neighbor next door, I asked her, and I would text her, and she sounded like super excited. My niece was here yesterday visiting with her new baby and her little boy, and my brother came over and brought us all chicken from Kentucky Fried Chicken, so we could all have lunch together. So we enjoyed that, and I made a dessert that I've already made twice, and I want to do a video on it now that I know that it's really good. It's super easy to make, so I'll be doing that soon. Anyway, yeah, so I asked her, and she said it could be anything. So I decided, okay, I'm going to make her a wreath. And she said she likes sunflowers, so I got sunflowers and some little red flowers to put together with that. And I've already got a ribbon that will go with that. I don't always put ribbon on my arrangements, but because they're going to be a little gift, I'm going to go ahead and put that on there. And a wreath usually, yes. And then the other one is going to be another wreath, and she said any color. And that's going to be for a lady who's a friend of my mom's, but now become a friend of mine. And she was recently in the hospital, and she's home now. She's going to be home for like 6 weeks. So I'll get that done within that time to give it to her. So we went to go see her, see how she's doing. She, you know, if she needed anything, etc. And she also pays a rent to my mom, so we went to go collect that as well. You know, so she doesn't have to come over here, because she would come over and drop it off. But I told her, well, we'll go get it. No big deal. We have to run errands. So I got 3 people that I'm going to do that for, and they're going to be videos. So I'm excited about that. I didn't do a video this week, only because we had a few appointments. And then actually next week I'm going to have a few more. So I'm hoping that I can do one of the videos this week, so I can post it for next week. If not, it'll be like Wednesday or Thursday of next week. Birds, I'm here doing a video. But you decided to come in as the co-stars, seeing that I am the star here. Well, okay, that's it, you guys. I'm gonna drink some water because I'm talking a lot. Okay, so that's the plan, you guys. What do you think of that? Let me know. So I got 3 arrangements that I want to do, and I have a dessert that I would like to do. I just need some encouragement. Do it, because you know, I go around doing all these things, and then I'm like, oh, I'm tired. And then the next day I wake up and I'm like, oh, there's nothing to do. And, you know, today's nothing. I'm just gonna relax, sit down. And I sit down, and before I know it, you know, the whole morning goes by, and then it's already noon, and then it's already 1 o'clock, and then, oh my God, it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Oh, I gotta make dinner. And then I'm like, oh my God, I should have done a video. That's my life now. That's my life. And then I feel really bad because I didn't do a video, and then I get encouraged and I get the energy like I really want to do one, and something comes up. Oh, that messed up. Now I gotta call people. Now they're gonna come over. Oh no, I can't do a video because it's gonna be making noise, or this is gonna be happening, or I gotta go and get this material for that to get that fixed, whether it's my house or somebody else's house or whatever. That's just something. But it's not like, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed, because like I just said, I do have those days where I am not doing anything. You know, give my mom her breakfast. I have my breakfast. We sit down. I sit down. I say, you know what? I'm not doing anything. Is there anything that you need? No, I'm fine. Okay, then. And that's it for me for the day. Oh, that reminds me too of the hour that it is right now. I got to give my mom some of her medication. It is due at this time. Actually, I'm overdoing it by over 30 minutes, so I better go do that. Thank you all so very much for sitting through all this and listening to me talk a lot. That's why my last video didn't have me talking. Someone said I talked a lot. But you know what? I do tutorial videos. I'm giving instructions, and usually, you know, talking is involved with giving instructions. So yeah, there will be some talking in my videos. This, of course, is just a chit chat. So if you choose to watch it all the way through and you don't like it, you should have thought about that, because I told you this was just going to be a chit chat. But yeah, and I just want to tell you that I really appreciate you, even if you're not liking my content or whatever. I just still appreciate you watching my video, and if you watch it all, I know that you have because of the comment. But everyone else, thank you so very much as well. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I'm going to give myself a big old thumbs up. I hope that you too will give me a big old thumbs up. Leave a kind comment down below with your suggestions or whatever it is that you want to say. And even if it's criticism of bad or good, I don't care. Leave a comment. Let me know you've watched it and what it is that you want to say. Let it all out. Just be kind. That's all I ask. And if you haven't already subscribed, I'm going to ask you to please hit that red subscribe button. And then notifications, choose all, so that you get notified as soon as I upload a video, because you know what, that's what I do for all the people that I'm subscribed for and that I really want to watch your videos and I want to know when they come up. I hit that because otherwise notifications get lost, or I don't get a notification, and then I'm like, what happened to them? And there I am searching. Oh, they've been doing videos. I had somebody tell me, welcome back, I haven't seen you in years. And I'm like, what? Okay. I didn't say anything to them. I was just like, okay, yes, I'm back. Oh, whatever. Anyway, but yeah, that's it, you guys. Thank you all so very much for watching and supporting my channel once again. And as always, enjoy.